with a clear objective to promote social traditional practices. At a time when society is hungry to reset in the name of inclusivity, Cristina Garcia Rodero shows the inner thread of a collective, making obvious that the way we practice our connection with the divine shapes the community we live in. Her breakthrough was a photo album showing all the festivities happening in the countryside of Spain. Ironically, the idea came to her while she was living in Italy back in 1972. And in those days, the social feed was found on daily newspapers or radio programs. So for 15 years, she scouted the entire country in order to find these gatherings happening in remote areas. When a site of interest was targeted, she blended with the locals immediately, mimicking their ins and outs. She was always present with no reason like any other neighbor, and only when they stopped noticing her presence, when they accept her as one of their own, she took her camera and started shooting. Not having distance between oneself and the subjects physically and mentally is an approach used by people that don't rely on a fancy degree or a production team to do their job. After all, she considers herself a self-taught photographer, and this lack of ego is what let her inner being unleash. She knows that success will come only if she does something about it. Like most free creators, her choice of subject matter is driven by her own interest. In exposing her concerns, she aims to educate the public, allowing them to learn the stories behind rituals they might never otherwise hear about, or worst, they think they dislike. With this mindset, delivering a message to the new generations is done without losing any respect. Because if we let the passing of information in the hands of the current ways of communication, its holiness is doomed by the constant need of speed and change the youth has. When you shoot in black and white, you have to quickly analyze why what you want to photograph is appealing to you. And if the answer is color related, how that tone will translate in shades of gray. Any mundane activity can have a timeless effect, a curtain of mystery when you take the colors out. Because the images become not so easy to pin chronologically, it's not our reason but our own beliefs that help us to process what we're seeing. The high level of quality on her books comes with extreme complications in their making. Ojos de Agua María Leonza is another example that shows not only that, but her commitment in documenting the cultural ceremonies humans still have. 10 years of dedicated effort were essential to complete this series, which involved a different system of working. This time she was based in Europe while everything was happening in America. And on top of that, for the very few ceremonies she was granted access to witness, most of them took place at night, and not flash or any external light equipment was permitted. That is when she was forced to switch to digital. Having a clear direction in mind and an unbreakable discipline helped her to get the approval of the industry. After all these years of working in the field, today she accommodates her lifestyle to fit better her needs. She is a professor and do less field trips, and the relationship she is prioritizing is with herself. But her message to embrace our roots and take them as a source of inspiration continues. These rituals help people to find a safe path to know themselves and to the communities to transcend in time. The people we see here not only stay focused on their environment, they added value to it by applying their tastes and the current standards of beauty. Yes, it's okay to want something else, to improve, to evolve. However, our past is a fertile soil, ready to be used as we please. Knowing this, really understanding this, make us worthy enough and rethink the tendency of seeing the grass greener on the other side. My name is Mauricio de Fex. Thank you very much.